Please welcome back parenting blogger for Nick Mom, Margaret Abels. Good. This is real talk right here.
We are doing some truth telling. Right. So if your grandma has a Facebook account, that is not where your teen is going.
You have really figured this thing out.
Mom, I'm going to ask you to brace yourself a little bit. If you are hearing something your kids are talking about that you don't understand, pick up your smartphone and Google it. Please have sex with me. That's right.
And here to help us is author Margaret Abels. Hey, Margaret.
Hey, thanks, Steve. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Why is it that people don't say what they really mean?
Well, there's lots of reasons, right, that people can't say what they mean. Like your mother-in-law, for example. What she's thinking when you're talking to her is, I raised that boy for decades, and now I'm just supposed to sit back and watch you ruin all my hard work. But she's not going to say that to you. She's going to say something that gets that across to you.
Yeah.
Husbands have pretty much two reasons why they're communicating with you. They're either looking to get out of trouble, or they are looking for an opening for sex. Your kids, you know, your 5 and unders, they're the honest people in your house, right? I mean, they're the people who are going to tell it like it is. They're going to say, hey, Mom, why is that lady so fat in the grocery store? Because they have no filter, you know? That's what they do. And when they say you look nice, they mean you are the most beautiful person in the world, you know? The other day, my 3-year-old told me I was more beautiful than Barbie. I mean, they just...
Yeah.
That's good. If they tell you you look nice, believe it.
Your teenager says I'm fine.
When your teen says this, it means they hate you.
How should parents handle kids when they start to rebel?
You need to be careful not to become the jack-in-the-box, right? Kids act, we react. Kids act, we react. And it can become a little bit meaningless for kids. And so one way to combat that is to connect behavior to consequence. So if your 10-year-old is out on their bike, they misbehave, they lose the bike. If their 10-year-old disrespects the phone, they lose their phone privileges. So it's not just sort of this deafening wall of discipline, it's connected consequences for their behavior. And people often tell us, you know, communicate with your kids. And so parents get worried at this age that if they're strict and if they're disciplinarian, they're going to lose that line of communication. But the fact is, if you keep chasing your child with your discipline, they're not going to move inside your walls. They're going to move farther outside of them.
So bottom line, talk to your kids.
Talk to your kids. Have dinners as families. Know what they're up to. Know what they're doing, and talk.
What's the new trends with texting?
Texting is now the most popular way for teens to communicate, 12 to 17, that's what we're seeing. And the thing is, they talk in code. We think we're hip if we know LOL, OMG. But that is over. CP question mark, are you sleepy? The response is no, I'm watching TV. Mom, I'm gonna ask you to brace yourself a little bit. Want a 420, do you wanna smoke marijuana tonight?
Hey.
LGLIT, let's get lit. 459 are the numbers on your phone for I, L, and Y. So shorthand for I love you.
I thought something about like going to the fridge and getting a glass of milk. I don't know.
These are not rights for teenagers. They are privileges. And, you know, it's a great idea to really, when you give maybe your phone back or you give a teen a phone for the first time, have a conversation about your expectations. Have a conversation where you say, this is the behavior I expect from you on this phone, and if I see behavior other than that, there are going to be consequences when those expectations aren't met.
There are that many new drugs out there?
You know, we're not just talking about new drugs. There are some new drugs out there, but a lot of what we're talking about is terminology.
All right, let's start with the first term.
Sure.
Molly. What is Molly?
Okay, Molly is ecstasy in a pure form. It's been in the news a lot lately. It's referenced in popular music. Recently, there was a case where there was a music festival in New York City that was actually shut down because 2 young people died of suspected Molly overdoses. So this is something parents really want to know about.
Cheese. Which drug is cheese?
Okay, cheese sounds fairly innocuous, right? Cheese refers to heroin that's been combined with over-the-counter pills like Tylenol. The reason it's called cheese, it actually looks like Parmesan cheese.
How can parents stay on top of all these changing terms that's out there?
You know, there's a lot of things parents can do. Of course, always the first line of defense is to stay active with your kids, stay involved in them, and know what's going on. That's going to be your first and most important line of defense in dealing with kids and drugs.
Hey, thanks, Margaret. I really enjoy you. You're very much fun. Thanks, Margaret.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Margaret Abels.